speaking of the country where Biden is in for the G7, Japan, we've got some more news about Japan, and that is about the Japanese stock market, which is actually doing well for the first time in a long time.
I mean, the Japanese Nikkei index is annihilating any market in the world right now when you're talking about growth for the year. They're at 17% growth for their stocks. For people who don't know what the Nikkei is, the Nikkei is an index similar to the Dow Jones here in the United States. It groups together several different companies that average a total value and gives a reflection for what the Tokyo Stock Exchange will be doing, just like the Dow does for the New York Stock Exchange. And so what it allows us to do is to just take a good glimpse at the performance of the Tokyo Stock Exchange. And prior to really the last couple of years, the Tokyo Stock Exchange has been in a bear market for almost 30 years. Some of the companies that are in the Nikkei that we interact with every day are like Sony, Toyota, Honda, Hitachi, Mitsubishi, Nintendo. Interestingly enough, Nintendo's worth more than the number one car company in the world, Toyota. Thought that was pretty crazy. It's interesting to think about that the Nikkei has 17% in the last 5 months. I mean, you could have bought the Nikkei and just said, here you go. This is what I'm doing. I got 17% growth. For example, the Dow pretty much is stale for the entire year.
We've been basically flatlining, haven't we?
Yeah. I mean, we went up a little bit, we went down a little bit. If you're a day trader or you're trying to pay attention to that headache, then you're going to make a little money here and there. But if there's a couple stocks like the tech stocks that bottomed out at the end of 22. If you bought in before March, you really saw heavy growth, like the Facebook Meta is up 27% year to date. Those are pretty heavy numbers. I haven't looked at NVIDIA, but I'm sure NVIDIA is up there too. But the Nikkei in 1989 was at 38,000.
Right, and that was their peak, and then they crashed, didn't they? The Nikkei, it peaked in 1989, it crashed, and it was basically their economy was in like recession mode all the way until around 2012. They were just, going down.
Yeah, just kind of coasting downward. A lot of people think that the reason the Nikkei is up is because the GDP for Japan is up 1.7% in the first quarter. And a lot of people predicted that it was going to be only, 0.4%, 0.7%. So, if it's almost doubled what was happening there. Property prices, interestingly enough, actually kind of give you a predecessor for what's going to happen in the market, right? So if you look at it, years and years ago, they're at an all-time high. You see those spikes, and then you look kind of bottomed out, flattened. There's less, negative growth, and then a little bit of growth, 2012, and then you can see the last couple of years.
I guess we can see. This part where we've got negative growth. This is the sort of recession time frame from 1990 until around 2012. You can see 1989. That was when the market peaked, and then it goes down. Basically, it has a few ups and downs, but it's on a downward trend all the way until around 2012, and then it starts picking up.
Yeah, it starts moving back towards positive. But it's interesting to think about that they haven't seen true growth in the last 30 years on the market.
It's like the NASDAQ on steroids. The NASDAQ, after the dot-com bubble, it took 15 years for it to cross its previous high.
Right.
This is like that, but over like 40 years.